Mr. Samuel Risk, country resident representative for UNDP, Mr. Sushil Ram, representing the ISDB, Commonwealth, and my colleagues from ISDB, my favorite and most important youth who's sitting over here across the tables, and last but not the least, my team from Prime Minister's Youth Program that we've worked for. Some of them have now assimilated into Commonwealth, that we've worked together for about almost a year on all of the initiatives that Rana Saab, the current chairperson, mentioned. Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon to everyone. I'm going to very briefly, first of all, say that it's quite nostalgic coming back to this stage with Prime Minister's Youth Program, and I have a deep affiliation with the program. Started off in 2013 when this was launched in the federal government by the then Prime Minister Mohammad Nawaz Sharif, and this was a flagship program that was first time launched in the federal government. And I would say that the current Prime Minister and Rana Saab, have been doing this since much before we started in the federal government, in the Punjab government, and the Punjab Youth Program, the youth festivals that the Punjab government held were actually the basic, the fundamental baseline where the whole movement, a comprehensive program for the youth started. And those were the programs, whether it was e-learning, whether it was e-library, the sports festivals that were held in Punjab. There was a program, I still remember, Zevre Taaleem for female students of South Punjab. So all of these programs, these were the foundations that were set in Punjab, and building on that, the first Prime Minister's Youth Program was launched about 11 years back in 2013, and this was the first concerted effort to have a comprehensive platform for young people in the federal government. And it had multiple initiatives. I'm not going to repeat them, but the idea was to provide a platform for young people coming from all socioeconomic backgrounds. So starting from these scholarships that used to be there, skills training, entrepreneurship loans, every young person had something to look up to when we talk about the Prime Minister's Youth Program. And I'm really glad to see it under the able leadership of Rana Mashood Saab to be taking off even better than it was doing before. And talking about specifically of what my role is today in the federal government as the Minister for IT, I think that this is one domain that cuts horizontally across all areas that are pertinent to young people today. So whether it is education, whether it is employment, whether it's entrepreneurship, this is a domain that will eventually become the center point for every activity that happens across any sector that we talk about. So even the traditional manufacturing, the traditional industry is moving towards automation, is moving towards technological advancement. So whether it's agriculture, whether it's manufacturing, whether it's trade, everything is now agri-tech, edu-tech, gov-tech. So governance, economy, fintech, everything now revolves around technology, and we have to adapt to this technology as soon as we can, as fast as we can, and we have to ensure that our young people are up to pace with the technological advancements that are happening globally, so that they can keep up with the whole development, whether it's their social development, whether it's their economic development. All of this now revolves around this absolutely new paradigm that we're walking in, which is the technological paradigm. And with this change in paradigms as we speak come a lot of challenges, and with every challenge comes an opportunity. So the 150 million young people that we have in Pakistan, I think this is the time and this is the opportunity that we have to seize. I think that all of these young people are very lucky to be living where the world is transforming in a way that honestly speaking, almost everyone has a level playing field. So there might be, 19-20 का फर्क है between development when we talk about it, but at large when we look at, for instance, artificial intelligence, everybody is learning together. Across the world, across the globe, we see that everyone's learning together, and I'm very proud to say that when I met Meta's team earlier, a couple of weeks back, they felt that the artificial intelligence development in Pakistan, the use cases that our young people were developing for artificial intelligence were good enough for them to launch Meta AI in Pakistan before they did in most of the world. So the Meta AI that you look at on your WhatsApp and Meta platforms is not something that they've introduced globally, right? So it was the opportunity and the capacity that they saw in the young people of Pakistan that allowed them to launch this platform in Pakistan before they did in most of the world. So that's the kind of opportunity that lies for our young people. And when we talk about trainings, when we talk about employment, when we talk about entrepreneurship, we talk about a startup ecosystem. That's the kind of thing that the government of Pakistan right now, under the vision of Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, we're trying to push for. So one thing that the government will be taking up and will be embarking on this journey of national digitization, digitizing the government, digitizing the economy, and digitizing the society for the people. So creating digital identities is the eventual goal, where every single person has a digital identity, and that will improve their living standard, that will improve their interaction with the government, that will improve the way they transact it financially with any and every financial transaction that we look at. If we look at the countries that have advanced in fintech, for example, actually even in Pakistan, right? So this person asking for money on the street is today willing to give you an Easy Paisa or one of these digital payment connection for you to pay them if you don't have cash. So the economy is evolving at a very fast pace. The street vendors now allow you to pay them digitally through the Rast platform, through these digital payment platforms that we're developing. And this helps the government. We keep talking about reduced tax base, we keep talking about formalizing the economy. This is what will help revolutionize the economy of the country and eventually the society of Pakistan. We are a $350 billion economy and GDP, and only 25% of our economy is formal economy. If we only formalize and through digital transformation, it's very easy. Half of the remaining 75%, we cross $700 billion mark. And once you reach a $1 trillion mark, you're in the G20. So that's what the government is aiming for. How soon and how fast can we get into that G20 category, where we are one of the 20 biggest economies of the world, and there's nothing stopping Pakistan with the kind of potent conditions that the state holds, that the nation holds in terms of young people, in terms of digital connectivity, in terms of the opportunity that we offer not only to our own people but to the world when it comes to service provision, when it comes to human resource provision. So that's the kind of vision that we as government of Pakistan and the Prime Minister of Pakistan holds for the nation of Pakistan, for the economy of Pakistan and for the governance of Pakistan. And how do all of you benefit from it is our aim would be to let private sector drive this transformation. That's the cornerstone of this transformation process. And when we say that private sector leads this growth, that means capacity building for our indigenous companies, that means more demand being generated, that means more trainings coming in, that means more employment opportunity coming up for our young people. And the second is, when we talk about this whole process, it will make life easy. So, very little things that bother us in our everyday life, like standing in queues for making our driver's license, for example, for applying for passports, for getting our documents attested, for getting our, when you have to really, क्या होती है वो कन्वर्जन जो हम कराते हैं HEC से अपने मार्क्स की, that's such a tedious process. I keep getting these equivalence certificates, right? So if I talk about young people, that's the kind of phone calls we receive. Equivalence करा दें, degree test करवा दें, queues बहुत लंबी हैं. So ये basic मसाइल जो हैं, they're very easily resolvable, and that's what technology does for you, right? That's what the government is looking at. That's the vision we have. And this report that has come in on the state of youth entrepreneurship in Pakistan, in the collaboration that has been done between Commonwealth, ISDB, and the UNDP, I think that the learnings and the findings that have come out of this report, these are the kind of data points that the government needs to make effective policies. And one thing where, I would like to invite all these organizations, development organizations that are sitting in this room today, is to collaborate with the government on data collection. That is one place which is where we really need to work on, because it is only when we have the baseline data that we can make informed and effective policies to build on that. In the absence of the baseline data, the policies cannot be informed, they cannot be effective. So it is reports like these that we depend on, that we look into, and the learnings coming out of these reports that we hope that we will be able to use when formulating our future policies for young people. And I'm really looking forward to reading the report and really building on it, and how we can use the learnings for effective policy making when it comes to the youth of Pakistan, when it comes to the IT sector of Pakistan, and when it comes to the general development of the country and the vision of the government to offtake the country towards the path of development. So this is all that I have to say. I want to thank everyone who's present here for organizing this event and for bringing us all in this room together for a conversation. And I want to thank you all for very patiently listening to me. Pakistan Zindabad.